Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome back to the West Ham save. And things have changed. We're not playing Leicester. Oh shit. Maybe we should play Leicester, but no, we've already done that. So we drew 1-1 to Southampton, which was an absolute killer right after the AC Milan game. But we did make one transfer. Where is he? Adrian Rabiot joined the squad on deadline day. As I said, I needed a box-to-box midfielder, but I also felt it was useful to get, another player who can basically he can play all three of our midfield positions. I really like that. At the same time, there is one other transfer, which is heading outwards. Gonçalo Borges has agreed a contract with Sevilla and will be joining them for about £25 million. He'll be leaving next season, so nothing to worry about. He's still with us for good until the end of the save. So after those signings, we would go on to beat Leicester 4-1, a double from Debo, a goal from Frimpong and Rakov, and it was a late goal by Toma Basic as a little bit of a consolation. Frimpong with a 7.4, but it was all to Debo. It was this game though where Frimpong did step up a goal and an assist, but Evan Ferguson picked up 2 goals and Ruben Neves at the very last minute would make it 4-1 against AZ Alkmaar, and it's fair to say we're pretty confident now. And then finally would squeeze past Aston Villa in a pretty tough game, a double from James Ward-Prowse as well as one from Evan Ferguson. Again, we're playing okay, but we're not doing anything special. And defensively, we definitely need to strengthen up. So, here we go in this last game against AZ Alkmaar. As I say, it's not all too important, but it's still, we may as well see it. I'm going to drop Frimpong for Johnson. I'm also going to play Bunani, I think. No, we'll stick with Bowen because he's complaining. But I'm going to bring Demiral in. I know he's on the left. Souček's going to get a game, and Ruben Neves is going to start ahead of Florian Wirtz. So a couple chances for players who don't usually play. Let's go in. This is going to be a good little see of how the tactic is when we aren't just better in terms of individual ability here. I think this squad should be a little bit more fair on the teams. But one thing I really need to say, Evan Ferguson has had a great couple of weeks, and I'm very excited to see how he performs now coming up towards this last end of the season. If he can play extremely well, then I've got confidence that we can push, because between him and Rakov, we have 2 very good strikers. As you can see, the Maval, you can see there in the bottom, is also starting to steadily rise back up. And we have had a tendency to perform extremely well towards the end of the season. It's just those last few games we bottle it. So let's see, have we learned from our mistakes? As Rakov dives in there, that head is just wide. So yeah, I've kind of dived straight into this because I feel like that Chelsea game is going to be massive. It's going to be so important. This one, not so much. But as I say, I do want to just see a couple of these players kind of perform. I want to see how Ruben Neves is starting. I nearly put Rabiot in ahead of Ward-Prowse, but Ward-Prowse is too good, and he could be a vital part here as we have a corner kick, swings it in, headed away by Fuda, falls to Bowen. Bowen drives past Ward-Prowse, just wide. Oh, one last thing, Claudio Echeverri has left the club. Manchester City recalled him due to the fact he wasn't playing enough. Also, he wasn't registered in the Champions League and was a backup to both Kudus and Borges, so it made sense. I'm surprised City let us loan players still after, as Mary Demiral pops up at the back post with a goal. There's no way that's offside. There was no movement there. It was a simple little corner. There's no way that should be offside, but we know how this game tends to be, and it is indeed disallowed. What on earth is Demiral doing there at the back post? Oh, it wasn't him that was offside. They're saying involvement there. I feel like they were both definitely behind the ball. I saw something as I was kind of scrolling through Twitter. Bowen 1-0, and it's going to be disallowed again. Oh no, it's an own goal. Sprite with the own goal. But I saw something and it felt quite true. Is that this game, it feels like when you're doing things right, or when you're in important games, the best way they know to have you lose is just disallow the goals. They'll just have a player kind of run off, or there'll be a lot of offside goals or random little fouls and stuff like that. And obviously, we saw before in the last episode in the FA Cup, they'll just have one-on-one shots and they'll just scuff it and go really wide. And there's a lot of stuff which you can't really control. It's not your tactic getting found out. It's just your players playing poorly for no apparent reason. And I am aware of that. But there's nothing I can do to kind of cancel that out. You've just got to kind of keep pushing and try and create different ideas. There's Ben Johnson now on this right-hand side. We've not seen much of him. We had a lot of faith. Rakov nearly got to that, but Matty Ryan collects. We have a lot of faith in Ben Johnson, and I'm sure he'll be frustrated he hasn't played more. Obviously, Ward-Prowse took over his role as right-back. As De Vrij, it's 1-1 on the night. There's definitely still a chance Alkmaar can pull this back. They need to score 3 goals in half an hour. We have definitely done worse. So that's not Mark van Bommel, that is Ruben van Bommel. Wonder if he's any relation. Bowen. Oh, this is so poor. Koopman is Van Bommel. Easy for Demiral. Kudus couldn't quite get there. Van Bommel still driving forward. Team Koopman is a big fan of him. I think I'm going to bring Rabiot and Erdgaard's offside. Miles offside. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to bring Rabiot on. And I'm also going to bring on Bunani. I think looking at this, those are my best substitutions, and they also definitely strengthen our squad up a lot. So in comes that Florian Wirtz, silly. In comes Bunani. So Bunani's going to start getting more game time now. The promise with Bowen is starting to finish up. Bunani now gets there, and obviously he's a much better player, so I'm very excited about that. Who will be our left back? I'll give Christensen the game. He has a slight injury. He picked it up in the previous game against Aston Villa. Was it the 3-2 win? Well, I'm not too worried. It was a 3 to 7 day injury. He should be fit for the Chelsea game. There's Ruben Neves scores, I think, his his third goal here for West Ham. Great signing on a free. Him and Fabinho, 2 very good signings considering they were free transfers. Rabiot was £7.5 million from transfer listed. As I say, we're a lot better when we're skinned. I think our kind of issue is we have too much money and we forget what to do. As Ousmane Diamonde, Gonçalo Borges are both going to be substituted on here for the last few minutes. We're going to quite comfortably ease this game out. 2.19 XG, obviously coming from a penalty. But there we go. We progress through 2 wins at both occasions and a 6-2 overall on aggregate. And that helps us progress through into the round of 16, hopefully. I think that's the next option. Rules knockout, yeah. So we're into the round of 16. We will hopefully see that draw. And hopefully the squad is fit for this game against Chelsea. It's in 4 days. We kind of rested a couple players where we needed to. We'll see you for that game. And we'll see you for the draw. So we're coming into this game now. 3-2 down on aggregate, of course. But we learned a lot from the first loss. And we've also changed up our tactic a little bit. We're a bit more aggressive. For those wondering, Chelsea are currently top of the league on 61 points. We're still in 7th place on 49. We've still got 2 games in hand. So we can bring it down to a 6-point deficit with 11 games to go. And you've got to believe in ourselves there. We can at least make a push to try and finish in that first position. But the Carabao Cup is definitely one of the more important positions for us now. A semi-final, we can get through to the final. And of course our other opposition will be either Southampton. No, it will be Southampton if we get to the finals, who are down in 13th place. So confidence in terms of if we get to the final will be sky high. We just have to get there. Bunani has a slight knock, so will not be able to start this game, which was the initial intention. The team, though, is at its full strength, And of course, we definitely need to be keeping an eye on these defenders. One of my first ideas, though, is I'm going to drop Jeremy Frimpong for Ben Johnson, who, as you can see, is a much better defensively minded fullback. So he's going to be playing there as a fullback on support. Christensen, thankfully, is quite good in both areas, and Aitnori a little bit stronger, but I'm going to stick with Christensen as that supporting fullback, and the entire idea is they are going to hold their position and try and man mark, or at least completely take out the opposition wingers from this game. I'm hoping that that will work. We have had an issue in the past, though, of not being able to defend those fullbacks. Lil Aberdeen, of course, with the double. You notice Christensen's entire job is to man mark Lil Aberdeen out of this game. Definitely worried. I'm not at all confident. Top of the table, Chelsea. 1 goal behind, 90 minutes to try and change things around. But of course, also going to go balanced. 4-2-3-1 versus a 4-3-3. Usually the 4-3-3 is the victorious role in this. And the first highlight starts 10 minutes in. Fabinho to Pau Torres. Christensen, who is usually so offensively minded today, not given that freedom. Here we go. Christensen. This is really nice, calm football. Kudos. Back to Christensen, who's playing very integral part of this game. And now it's James Ward-Prowse. Bowen. Fabinho. Johnson once more. Bowen. Okay, this is solid. Ward-Prowse drives forward. Bowen. Whoa! A huge goal for the hero of this save. He's been there and done it all from day one. And no matter what we think of maybe replacing him, he always pops up when it matters most. And on the 11th minute, Ward-Prowse wasn't able to do enough. But Levia's slide tackle fell straight to the left foot of Jared Bowen. And we are 1-0 up. But it is still most certainly not enough. Vert, a lovely through ball through to Kudos, who holds out and finds Benny Boy on the right hand side. Ward-Prowse finds Bowen, an amazing save by Andre Lunin. Keeps it at 1-0 for now. Bowen really threatening though on this right hand side. He absolutely can be the difference factor. To Debo from that corner nearly made it 2-0. Chelsea on the back foot as we are finally putting some pressure on. We, of course, scored 2 in the first leg over a month ago, so we know we can score against this side. Can we defend? As Nkunku has a corner kick here, 27 minutes in, swings it to the back post. Chalobah headed away by Fabinho, forced to Ben Show out, and Karim Kanate, formerly of RB Salzburg, makes it 1-1, and we do concede. So it's back to square one, just under half an hour gone. It was a solid corner routine, and you notice we didn't pack out that defensive side of the pitch, like the edge of the box, which gave just enough space to their leading striker. So we are back to having to score 2, and it looks like this first half is starting to fall apart. We have definitely been the better team, but that's not going to count if we don't get some more goals. Let's keep pushing on. Rakov leading the line. Is it going to be Evan Ferguson's night to shine? It looks like that may be becoming the case. Well, there's not long left. Rakov off. Ferguson on. Half an hour. Time's ticking by. We need to be a lot better. I'm going to go attacking. 20 minutes. We need to get at least 1 goal. And Chelsea clearly sitting back. Torreira and Lavia both playing very defensively. I'm going to start trying to focus play down these wings here. I think that's where they're at their weakest. It's not working. In fact, maybe the idea is to focus play down the middle. Play a little bit more direct. Maybe just step up a little bit. 10 minutes, here we go, set piece, Ward-Prowse in, Ferguson! Evan Ferguson pops up at the back post, but it's going to go to VAR. No, don't do this. Do not do this, not now. Goals awarded. Evan Ferguson pops up with a huge goal. He's been in the form of his life these last few games. 2-1 up. Massive moment. Kudus, Bowen, Wirtz all quite fatigued. Wirtz out. Ruben Neves in. Bowen off. Oh, I don't know what to do. And Yeremy Frimpong is going to come on that left hand side. Bunani on the right. But I just want to go. I don't want this to go to penalties. I'm still pushing for this. And it is a highlight. Ferguson steals the ball off Chalobah. And Ferguson tries forward. Torreira tackles with a force to Bunani. And he's pulled back on the edge of the box. That could have been it, but it is the edge of the box. Fabinho, we know how good he is from penalties. I'm going to keep him on. Is Aït-Nouri the opportunity? I'm going to play for set pieces. Go more direct. Play for set pieces. That is definitely a free kick. There's no way that was a penalty. But can Ward-Prowse do something from the resultant free kick? Will it even be him to take it? Or will Christensen pop up? It will be James Ward-Prowse. Sorry, it will be Christian. Ferguson at the back post, headed away by Conor Gallagher. The resulting corner kick will be James Ward-Prowse this time. And we won't even get to see it. Couple minutes left. The game beginning to die out. We've beaten Chelsea 2-1 at home. But it won't be enough as we head through to extra time. The boys are happy. I'm going to go a little bit more cautious. Expecting them to be a bit more offensively minded. But I'm going to stick with the slightly higher press. And I'm going to bring Fabinho off for Souček. And I'm going to bring Christensen off for Fabinho. I think those are Christensen off for Aït-Nouri. Double change. So I don't think we have any substitutions left. We don't. Time's ticking by. Is this going to end up in penalties? No. Aït-Nouri with a corner kick. In. Benny Boy headed away. Chilwell clears only as far as Aït-Nouri, who gets a second bite of the apple. Plays it short to Ruben Neves, who has a goal in him. Has a fucking goal in him. Trevor Chalobah with the own goal. But that's a Ruben Neves goal if ever I have seen one. What a screamer from the free transfer. Huge moment there. 3-1 up against Chelsea. Chilwell's headed away. But it was all about the way here of Ruben Neves. Popped up at the edge of the box. Draft forward. It took a slight deflection off of Chalobah. And it ended up in the top corner. A huge, huge goal. We go through to the second half of extra time. 15 minutes for Chelsea to try and get a goal back. Or, in an even better case scenario, there's now 10 minutes for Chelsea to go yet another goal down. West Ham are just holding on. We're wasting time. We're very, very defensive. We're holding on. We are holding on. And we are through to the Carabao Cup final. And it is more exciting than I've ever imagined the Carabao Cup could ever be. 3 goals, 2 in traditional time from Bowen and Ferguson, and a huge shot by Ruben Neves that would count as a Chalobah own goal, but we all know it was Ruben Neves' 3-1 victors for West Ham, and the London Stadium is rocking as we head into a final against Southampton. We could finally win some silverware, our first piece of silverware as West Ham manager, and the finals tonight. What? The final is in 3 days' time. Do we do this as the same episode? What? Well, this is so confusing. Because, okay, I'm definitely going to do it as this episode because there's no point making you wait for 2 days to see the final. But we literally have 4 days in between finals. And the problem is, what do you title this episode now? Because obviously I want to put Carabao Cup final in it. This could be our first chance at silverware ever. Like, this is our best ever chance of winning silverware. But at the same time, that gives away the fact that I won the semi-final, which was the big selling point of the episode. So I don't know what this is called, but this is massive. I'm not even like pausing. I am so excited. We could beat Southampton here in a couple days' time and win our first bit of silverware, something we've not been able to get for years. And we did it by a comeback. We've been so bad for throwing away leads, and we finally do a comeback. We beat top of the table, a comfortably top of the table Chelsea. My goodness, well, I am going to have to pause because this game runs extremely slow on this very old computer. But what a moment. I'll see you for the Carabao Cup final. Well, as we get ready for the final, we've got to do the press conference. Let's see what the questions are. Marcus Kuhn of One Football asks us, the Carabao Cup represents just one of a number of trophies West Ham may yet win in a potentially silverware late in the season. You damn right know it. You damn right know it. If it weren't for fucking Swansea and their little Leon Britton S team, I swear to God we would be on our way to the quadruple. But yeah, do you view this as a springboard? Nah, this isn't a success. Like, this isn't a springboard. This is the moment. This is probably the only thing we're ever going to win. So the options are either we can say we want to win everything, which I like this one, any silver we've won received, or we could say it would be doing the Carabao Cup a huge disservice, which I agree with. Like, the idea is this is the biggest fucking thing. So I think I'm gonna say, yeah, it's not a stepping stone. It's a huge moment. You'll be missing for. Oh yeah, we've got to talk about that. We're missing for being young. It's gonna have a massive impact. Disappointing. It perhaps doubly important to win knowing that you fuck off, we're getting Champions League. The Carabao Cup's my sole focus. The game will be one of the biggest of the season. Is that making you all at all anxious? Yeah. Yeah, the whole team, little tension. I wouldn't be human if that wasn't the case. None people would agree your win over Chelsea was the highlight. Oh, absolutely, I'll go along with that. Can you feel how you'll be instructed? Shush. The idea is put them on the back foot. No, I'm not discussing any tactics. Shut up. Like proper Jose Mourinho with like, I'll give you my team. I'll name you my 11. Will we see any changes to your first team lineup? I don't think I'll be chopping and changing, but there's a lot of changes. They'll be without Adley, obviously the AC Milan lad. He's like decent, he's not special. It's a shame to lose a player, because it is, like, we want to place the best teams. Fascinating duel. Sorry about that, I just dropped something. That was probably a very loud noise. Because I get like, I'm bad for, I need to do something with my hands. And because you obviously can't see me, I probably should get a face cam one day. Because you can't see me, I'm always talking with my hands, so I pick things up so that I'm not like slapping the mic and stuff. What do you think of Russell Martin? I don't really care. That was stupid. What a terrible way to end this. Imagine you're about to win your first ever silverware as a manager, but what are your thoughts on Russell Martin? Like, fucking hell. Also, the reason why I don't like Russell Martin, I think I said that, and I don't like him, is because he sounds like a daytime TV presenter. So, you know, I don't want to... The last thing I want to lose is lose to Dickinson's Real Deal, or, like, fucking the guy who runs Pointless. Like, that's the last thing I want, is to lose to someone who sounds like that. So that's my goal, is to not lose and end up on daytime TV. Ignore them shits. So, this is what we were talking about. The suspensions. Pau Torres and Fabinho are both suspended. Two of our most key players are not in the squad. So, Gonçalo Borges and Meri Demiral, of course, are the two players who come into that, like, into the bench. But it's going to be Diomande and Thomas Souček. So, one of the last games of Souček's career you'd expect is going to get to start. Of course, Evan Ferguson is just going to lead the line. I'm going to try and keep our squad as defensive as it was against Chelsea, because that seemed to work pretty well. And I'm going to drop Vert for Ruben Neves because of that goal. So I think that makes sense. We go into this game against Southampton. This is massive. Our captain, James Ward-Prowse, got man of the match, of course, in that last game against Chelsea. Will he do the same and cause meddling? That's him. Oh, that's disgusting. Well, for those wondering, if you struggle to see who West Ham and who Southampton are, Southampton are the ones who are going to score as Adam Armstrong drives forward, pulls it back to Kyle Walker-Peters, Joe Willock well blocked. I hope that's Joe and not Chris. Evan Ferguson on the counter-attack. Kudos. Okay. So, in reality, the best way to figure this one out is we'll be the ones with the ball. And, see, I'm right. We are going to be the ones on the ball the entire game. We're never going to lose it. Souček. Ward-Prowse. Nicely done. Let's see what he can do here. Swings it in, looking for Evan Ferguson, who gets the ball, heads it, and it hits off the post. It's weird, I'm less nervous than I was against Chelsea. Because I do feel confident here against Southampton, but they've gotten to the final for a reason. They are a solid team, and I believe we drew 1-1 against Southampton. I know we played them just recently because Mika Marmal was really annoying that game. Samuel Edozie, I'm a big fan of him. Switches the ball to Adam Armstrong. I'm also a fan of his. Into Joe or Chris Willock. Willock pulls across. Che Adams is blocked off the line by Todibo. A massive block there. Adam Armstrong. Oh, lovely. That's very lovely there. We get a goal kick. I'm saying there a lot. You can tell I'm nervous, can't you? They've got 1.01 XG from one shot on target. Jesus. Yeah, we're giving them some pretty decent chances. And the half's kind of playing itself out. Oh, Evan Ferguson's picked up a pretty bad injury. Has to come off. Petr Rakov's going to lead the line. I don't know if Rakov should be a complete forward. The more I feel like, more I think about it. Wharton in, headed away. Edozie collects. Samuel Edozie, Mika Marmal, all the way back to Willock. Adam Wharton. Don't. It's cleared away only as far as Walker-Peters over the top. That really didn't threaten anything. Don't know why you bothered with that highlight. Kick off. Well, sorry, goal kick. And there is another one. Souček to Debo. Go on, let's show off how good we are on the ball. Ward-Prowse. This is nicely done. Poor pass. Rakov couldn't get there. And Souček's kind of playing a bit of a passenger seat role in this game. Marmal. Why is he so offensive? You don't do this for the... Oh no, Adams pulls across. Willock just wide. Yeah, Marmal's playing like fucking Girona's right back. I've forgotten his name. He's just appearing whenever. Christensen has a slight injury. He's going to have to be the next substitution. Because yeah, he's just not fit enough. We've had to make 2 substitutions here by half time. Both with injuries. Clearly fitness playing a little bit of a role of this game. Going to go more attack, and we aren't threatening their back line. Play for set pieces and float in some crosses. Get rid of like those. Let's see if maybe that changes something. Marmal finds Joao Gomez. Adam Wharton. Lovely ball at the top. Armstrong's through. Trubin didn't have to make the save, thankfully, but he covered that if was necessary. But Jesus, Southampton are battering us. And it's balls over the top. I'm going to drop a little deeper. I think that's the best option. Just drop a little bit deeper and stop Southampton being able to play those balls over the top. We need to make substitutions. And we're going to now with 20 minutes to go. Kudos off. Verts on. Ruben Neves could come off, but I'm actually going to bring off Bowen for Bunani. Florian Verts on that left-hand side, Bunani on the right. Our 2 big signings of the season. Souček hits that just over the bar. So our 2 biggest signings of the season come on here with 20 minutes left to go to try and change this game on its head. And it's Ward-Prowse swings it into the back post, heads it away, only as far as Benny Boy. Oh! That's offside. That was offside. I was about to scream. I composed myself. Adrian Rabiot is going to come on for Souček because he's just having a very bad game. And is this allowed? 15 minutes left to go. We've made all substitutions. Benny Boy currently 7.0 rating. Very, very good footballer. Don't know why I don't utilise him more. We are yet to have even a shot on target here in this. 90 minutes is about to elapse without even a shot on target. But could our one shot be the shot? As Ward-Prowse collects the ball, drives in. Rakov lands, Florian Verts off the post. And he was offside anyway. That was a big moment. I can't believe he was offside. And it looks like, as we head into the 94th minute, there's a highlight. If this is a goal for Southampton, the save is over. You'll never ever see me again. Ward-Prowse, Bunani. He runs backwards just straight at our defence. Why'd you do that? Wirtz, that's a beautiful pass though by Bunani. Florian Wirtz pulls it back again. Bunani! Oh, it's off the post, but that was one of the biggest chances. That was incredible. But the first, an entire game's been played. Not a single shot on target from us. We've motivated by the boys by just saying you're shit. I think we need to make some changes. Ball. Just. This highlight's going to obviously impact how we're going to make these changes. Walker Peters, Adam Armstrong. Don't. Almost an own goal by Diamande. Thank God for Trubin. For waiting for that man. Right. So, my options are Ruben Neves or Ben Johnson. Who comes off? So, if you're going to bring Ruben Neves off, Wirtz would move into the middle and Gonçalo Borges would be on. The other option is Frimpong. Well, 12 penalties taken compared to 8. It's going to be Borges. On for Ruben Neves. Benny Boy keeps his spot. Gonçalo Borges on to try and get that goal. Just McKenna. Oh no. We did quite well adapting to the way Southampton were playing. That second half, they didn't get much at all. But it looks like fatigue is starting to play a factor into our squad. Coberline. Oh. Just. Southampton calmly. Walker Peters released. Plays it across. Oh! Over the top. Right. These fullbacks are just... They're getting so much. You're going to mark Walker Peters. And I don't think you're actually marking anyone. You are. You're marking Diego. Why are you doing that? That's probably why there's so much space. He's marking fucking Diego, who's over on that left-hand side. I can't believe we've not conceded. 2.87 XG. Southampton deserve to win this game. That much is obvious. But the time is ticking. And a couple minutes left here of the 120 minutes played. No highlights. And we go to penalties. How on earth? I can't survive. There's no way I'm going to be able to live. Rabio. So it's going to be Ward-Prowse, Rabio, Wirtz, Rakov, Bunani, Borges. Relax. Everyone is pretty motivated, apart from Bunani and Borges. Ward-Prowse to take our first penalty. Can you, the air's being sucked out of the room. And it's saved. Our best penalty taker couldn't score. Ball with the save. Armstrong. Southampton missed so many good opportunities. Will they continue to do the same? Yes! Great save, Trubin. He is so good at penalty saving. Rabio up next. The deadline day signing to get us our first silverware. Scores, sends ball the wrong way. Big moment. Cobra Lane was decently important but never really threatened offensively. He takes on Trubin and also sends him the wrong way. 1-1, 2 penalties each. Florian Wirtz up next. Massive signing. And he doesn't score. Ball makes the save. Really good save there. And now it's Hassim Ouar versus Trubin. Two of the best young midfielders in the world. And Ouar proves that he may be better with that goal. Up next, Petr Rakov. Not a traditional penalty taker for us, but a great finisher. Steps up. Just leathers it down the middle. Adam Wharton up next. The centre-back stroke right back. Surely Trubin can deny him. No, it goes the wrong way. Fuck. It's going to be Bunani versus Ball. Badruddin Bunani. The transfer record signing. £100 million. Scores! So now it's up to Trubin, the man I personally believe is the best goalkeeper on the planet today. To keep us alive, he faces Scott McKenna. He has to save this or Southampton will lift the Carabao Cup. McKenna scores. And we have to watch I don't have words. Fucking hell. Southampton deserved winners of the 2027-2028 Carabao Cup. We overcame so many great teams. We didn't just, scrape our way through. We beat Liverpool, United and Chelsea to lose to Southampton in the final. We lost to Swansea in the FA Cup final. I've told the press how upset I am, but look at this. I can't be this. So our Carabao Cup won. We beat Newcastle, 3-1. Everton, a 94th minute. Manchester United won on penalties. Scraped a really dogged great win against Chelsea. And we lost to Southampton, and James Ward-Prowse and Florian Wirtz both missed their penalties. I'm absolutely devastated. So that means now it's down to the two biggest competitions on the planet. If we're to win anything, we need to somehow win the Premier League and the Champions League. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. I didn't. And bye-bye.